Okay, so I went back and forth on this, but I decided to watch Dancemoms season 8 again just because I'm going to review every season and I wanted to have fresh thoughts on everything. And so let's just get into it. I have a review for every single episode. So the first episode was fan favorite moments. It's just a compilation moment. And honestly, they didn't have a lot of fan favorite moments on there that should have been there. And yeah, it was just kind of mediocre for what it was supposed to be. And then they have the Return of Abby special. And this is basically just her showing what she went through with her cancer and discussing getting out of prison. She was diagnosed with Burkitt's lymphoma, and she said that she wasn't going to do any more chemo after they recommended it because she was exhausted, and then she actually does do more chemo. And then she says she wants to do a whole new team and that I make stars and blah, blah, blah. And it just annoys me her saying that because there was a difference between the stars you're making outside of the show, having people go on Broadway is amazing, and the level of stardom that people had on the show. Like, don't act like it was all because of you. It was because of the show. Had the show not happened, the trajectory of all the girls would be very different. So that was irritating to me. Now on to episode 1 of the show. So all the moms and new kids are introduced. And then I believe I heard Hannah has really bad anxiety, which I would believe, especially dealing with Abby. And I just wish that she would get to speak for herself more. I don't like how her mom always talks for her. That's not helping her at all. And her mom kind of just seems controlling that way. And I didn't like how she would laugh at her in the confessional whenever she was having clear, coherent sentences. Like, why are you doing that? And so there's that. And then one of the moms was talking and they were saying, oh, what makes it worse is so many people want to see her fail. Why do we want to see her fail? Because she's a horrible person in the way that she treated the kids. If your kids had to go through what those kids go through, then you wouldn't really go for her that much either. Or maybe they would because they basically all went on the show so they could get more social media followers and fame because of Clock It. You had 7 seasons to watch and game plan. The experience is going to be different than the rest of the kids because, yeah, of course we want to see her fail. Like, it is what it is. Stacey started talking down on Sarah, which was distasteful. And so Joanna and Giannina introduced themselves, and they mentioned that Giannina has already been on Broadway, and she worked with Mariah Carey, my favorite singer of all time, and she was on The Greatest Showman. And they got mad that Abby called their daughters background dancers. So there was that. Stacey tells Abby that she wants Lily to do other stuff besides acro, and she doesn't want her to get typecast, and she's been in ballet class and blah, blah, blah. And she tried to pull her from the trio, and then they were like, she just has to do it anyways. Like, it is what it is. And then Brady's mom, I think her name is Trisha, she was annoying to me because Brady does have an advantage because he's a boy and because he's Abby's favorite. Stop acting like he doesn't, just accept it and let's move on. And Stacey saying that Sarah isn't good at acro, that came back to bite her on the butt. And then the trio was Dancing with the Devil. This was Giannina as the lead, and then Savannah and Hannah on there. I thought that they all ate. There was some botched turns in it from Hannah and also from Giannina at parts, but I still really enjoyed it. It's one of the best dances of the season. And then Lily's trio is called The Favorite. And so she had Sarah and Presley on this trio with her as well. And so Lily did fall out of her side aerial, I believe. And so it was just ironic how her mom was trying to say someone else wasn't good at acro whenever she fell out of the side aerial. So there was that. And the kids shading each other in the confessional and just all the way throughout the season isn't it. And that's one thing that I hate about this season is, like, even though there was controversies and a lot of tumultuous nature about the earlier seasons, the kids were always able to kind of block out the problems that their moms had with each other and they could still be friends. So I just didn't like the kids, saying weird things about each other, So yeah, just really was not it. The group dance, I think it was called Broken Hearts, something like that, and they had the fake blood in it. It was absolutely horrible. It didn't look right. I did not like the dance. And the results, the favorite, Lily's trio, got third. Dance with the Devil got first. Janina's trio, the group got first. And then Stacey just shut up about third. It was just so annoying hearing her speak. Now on to episode 2. So why would Brady be on top when he was only in the group dance? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. And I don't know why the moms and the kids were always in the confessionals together. Like, why can't you do confessionals separate of each other? And I feel like that's kind of influencing what the kids are going to say because they feel like I have to agree with my mom or I can't disagree. And it just puts them all in an awkward position. And the mom and the kids in their earlier seasons always did confessionals apart. So that just really annoyed me. And then Stacey talks about how Lily was premature in that entire thing. Hannah's toenail fell off when they were rehearsing for the group dance, so they managed that. Lily had a panic attack. I believe it was Aaron and Michelle arguing about something. And then for the solo, Savannah had metamorphosis, which was good. She was one of the best dancers on the team. Lily Mommy Dearest was good. I believe this is the one that she did with the hanger. The group dance was called Haka, I believe, Med. Lily got second, Savannah got first, the group got first, and then Lily was panicking in the bathroom about getting second, feeling like she let Abby down, and so she actually comforted her, which is really rare to see her do. Now on to episode 3. So Abby sends out the kids during pyramid to talk to the moms, and I feel like Savannah should have been on top of the pyramid because she won her solo and it was excellent. So I don't know why she wasn't on top of the pyramid. And then they start talking about the group dance, which is thoughts and prayers, and I definitely agree that it is an empty solution. And Giannina basically said that she felt like she was set up to fail with the solo, with it being a jazz solo. Yeah, I kind of get her thoughts on there. And then I believe it was Ashley who brought up rumors about Giannina being hard to work with on Broadway and that she got cut short and blah blah blah. And then they lied, though, Jeannie and her mom, saying that she likes the dance whenever you were found in the confessionals, basically saying that you don't, just like other parts and stuff like that. And like I said, they can edit it to make it seem like something that it isn't. But from what I saw, it looked like she didn't like the dance. So I don't know why you're getting mad at them for saying the truth. And I don't know why they were trying to throw her under the bus. I thought that that was kind of distasteful as well. Like, it's a kid. Like, why are you trying to make her feel bad? And then that mom saying that she said that Abby's words don't matter. And I think that she was just trying to say she's not going to let what Abby says like ruin her self-confidence and get her down and stuff like that. I think that's basically what she meant. But yeah, it's just annoying how the moms are always so rude to all the kids this season. For the solos, Hannah had the Lost Unicorn. Man, I didn't really go for it. Giannina had a Rich Girl, which was really good. And the group was Thoughts and Prayers. It fell flat. I get what she was trying to do. The execution of it I thought was horrible. And why isn't Lily wearing pants in the routine? I don't get it. Giannina got 4th. Hannah got 2nd. The group got 1st. And another thing I hate about the season is the color grading. Absolutely horrible. The filter that they put in it or whatever they did, it just makes it look so bad. Like, the vibes this season are absolutely horrible. Now on to episode 4. So Joanne clocked the moms for trying to throw Giannina under the bus. Exactly. And then Abby saying to, I believe it was Michelle, that her kid doesn't have a chance and she sucks was really rude. They argued about Brady. And it annoyed me how Anne said she was going to go to the bathroom and she was crying and she didn't even make it there and they all heard you crying right there. Like, you didn't even make it. And then Abby changed Brady's side of Ariel just because it was on his bad side and he was falling, and then the moms got mad at that. And I don't know why they were arguing in front of Brady. That didn't make any sense. And Presley and Brady had the duet, and then Abby saying no one was going to look at Presley. That was kind of messed up. Lily and Hannah's duet, it was okay. It was okay. Brady and Presley's duet, I thought it was kind of mid. I didn't go for it. I hated the music, honestly. The group dance was the healer. I thought it was okay. Didn't love it. Didn't hate it. Lily fell on the side Ariel, and then she messed up on that. Hannah and Lily got 2nd. Presley and Brady got 1st, and the group got 1st. Now on to episode 5. So Abby announces that Brady's going home because she's tired of hearing about the preferential treatment. I heard that production made her do it, which makes sense. His mom wasn't causing a whole lot of drama this season. And skipping through the pyramid is really annoying. I feel like a lot of times on the season that they didn't go through pyramid, which was just annoying. And Brady had his solo swan song, which I thought was good. And Hannah had a good moment as well with her solo. Jeannie and a Snowflake, I thought it was excellent. Beautiful lyrical solo for her grandmother. I liked it. The group was King of Queens. It was underwhelming, especially with that Reject Queen song. Hannah got 7th. Brady got 2nd. Giannina got 1st. The group got 1st. And I got this cake for Trisha because she was going away and then she just threw the cake. And I thought that scene was so funny. Also, this episode, Abby was mad that Brady didn't win, so she went to find information about the judges and finding out that one was from Miami, which is just so stupid objectively. And so, yeah, she was just trying to have all these reasons why, he didn't win. And it's like, you gave him that choreography, he didn't win, let's move on. Like, Giannina's solo was basically technically perfect. That is one of the best solos, I feel like, to ever be on the show, and it was a pretty lyrical versus a ballet routine. Like, I'm sure that was going to win. So just, like, take the L. Like, you look like such a sore loser trying to take away your students' win, just like she did to Chloe twice on the show. So, yeah, it was annoying. Now into episode 6. So Abby downplays Giannina's win at Pyramid, and her mom told her before, like, I'm going to stand up for you, and she got the receipts of the actual scores, and she said, hey, the male judge that you said was against him, he actually scored him higher, and so absolutely 8. It was very much giving me Christy vibes, and like how she defends her daughter. And then her saying that it'll never happen again, her beating Brady, and she literally did beat Brady. They just didn't air it again, so she beat him twice. And then she gives her the Snooki solo, which was just stereotypical, and so they argued about that. Giannina wanted to do it without the slippers. Abby said no, and she pulled the solo. Sarah's America's Sweetheart solo was good. I think she messed up the standing back tuck or whatever that move is called. Group Widows I thought was horrible, and I agree with the moms. It felt like 2 different dances, honestly, and just the music for it is horrible. Like, just the execution trash. Sarah got 3rd, the group got 4th, and then Abby reveals that Eliana's coming back, and then Stacy was mad because she tried to choke her and they don't get along well, and Yolanda's crazy. So that is that episode. Now on to episode 7. Savannah is gone, and basically the moms feel like she left because she was too scared to compete against Eliana because Eliana beat her at some big dance competition. Yolanda is back. I can't stand her. And then Stacy talks to Yolanda. She tells her to move from her spot, and they argue about that. actually argue with Abby about something. Eliana's solo was called the Strangler, and that's kind of funny because of the whole thing with Yolanda. It was definitely towards her, and she messed up twice with the rope, but I mean, I still thought it was a good solo. She just has had better choreography. Like, Abby really set her with the choreography this season. Presley's solo, whatever she had, I mean, I thought it was okay. I don't really go for a lot of Presley solos, to be honest. The group dance was called hazing. There was this lift that went bad, and then it was just a mid group dance. Again, it didn't really portray the message of it good. The song had nothing to do with the dance, and it was just not it. Presley got second, Eliana got first, the group got second, and I don't know why Yolanda's trying to deny that she basically choked Stacy. Like, you could say that she didn't choke her at best, and you can say that she attempted to choke her, but I mean, that's what she did. Saying you try to push it whenever we have video footage. Like, let's be for real. Now on to episode 8. So I'm pretty sure this is the one where the girls are talking to Giannina and they're like, oh, we wanted to be friends with Eliana, but basically you isolated her and all that stuff and just accusing her of having a clique with her, which I thought was really unfair. Like, if you want to be friends with her, then go talk to her and try to be friends with her. Like, just accusing her of that, it was just bad. It was just bad. Eliana wasn't there again, and it was just because she had problems with her schooling that Yolanda had to figure out. Cameron joins the team, and I could appreciate Sarah speaking up for herself whenever it came time to do the duet, because she learned it, in space of Eliana, and so she just wanted the opportunity to, perform it in front of Abby and have that chance. And so I don't know why the moms are still arguing in front of the kids. And then Sarah doing the dance in the back whenever Eliana was having that breakdown was kind of funny. And so the Judge Dia duet, this was with Giannina and Eliana. It was really good. It was really good. I liked it a lot. It was kind of a jazz moment. And so there was that moment. Cameron does her Proud Cammy solo, which was good. And then Abby calling Giannina a kiss ass. Why would you say that? And then one of the girls said Cammy did good for Cammy, which that was shady. The group dance was Blue Bloods. I actually thought this was a good routine. I think I liked the costuming on it a lot. Cameron got first. The duet got second. The group got first. I wanted to try to say that Eliana was the reason why they won. No, it takes everybody in the group to win. And then Stacy clocked it. She was like, okay, she's the reason, then why didn't y'all win the duet? Like, she ate. One of the only times she ate this season. Now on to episode 9, so Brady is officially back, JoJo visits, and then Lily has her straight escape solo, which ate, and this was just cool because she was in the straight jacket. She literally couldn't use her arms the entire routine, and she literally said, if I fell, there was no way for me to get up. And so that was a really cool solo. Eliana's carry solo, and it was okay, the choreography was beneath her. The group dance was Bermuda Triangle. I agree with someone whenever they said that Abby gave them a lot of gimmicky dances this season. This is the one where they had the water, and so it just annoyed me because the producers did all this slow-mo over the footage of the dance, and I just want to see, like, the actual dance in its entirety. Stop slowing down parts. Eliana got third, Liliana got first, so the perfect score deserved, and the group got fourth. Now on to episode 10. Brady was really low on the pyramid, and then the moms were talking about Studio 19, and they mentioned how Kendall was there before she went on the show, and how Chloe went to Studio 19 after she left the show. And then Abby left apparently because she heard Studio 19 was coming at the competition, I believe. And then she tells Michelle to get out, and then Sarah goes in and says she wants to dance, and then Abby says she can't be in there today, and they argued about that. And the Studio 19 drama was so stupid, I want to say that. The mom stood up for Sarah. They go to the competition anyways. The Studio 19 owner greets Abby. The mom stand up for her again. Michelle tried to talk to Abby. Abby called the police on Michelle. And the fact that Abby was always calling the police at any minor convenience, that is so white woman core, honestly. And then she kept Sarah around. Lily Shine Bright solo was good. Brady has his Rocket Man solo. It was okay. The choreography was beneath him. I feel like she did not know how to choreograph for him, honestly. And so he should have got better solos. Ashley did Sarah's hair, and Abby has Sarah run the dance by herself in the dressing room. And she's like, okay, you can be in the routine. And so the group routine is body and soul. Brady's not in this routine. And so this is where I feel like, for the most part, they finally danced together as a team. It was a sassy jazz number. I really enjoyed it. I think that this is the best group dance of this entire season. Finally, a good group routine. The strength of the group routine this season was in hell. In terms of her concepts, in terms of them dancing together, it was not it. Brady got 7th. Lily got 2nd. Studio 19 got 5th. And the group got 2nd. Now on to episode 11. Abby kicks out Michelle. No pyramid, which is annoying. And then the moms held Anne accountable because she always speaks for Hannah, as mentioned. Michelle just annoys me because she's just always crying and crying and crying. Why don't you tell those moms to go to hell about the Studio 19 drama? Why didn't any of them think, maybe the production is telling them to do all these things and it doesn't matter what she says, they're still going to do something. Like, you guys are on a TV show and you're on Lifetime and you're on Dancemoms. You are such idiots, all those moms. And the way that they ganged up on her was dumb. But Michelle always crying every 2 seconds. It was annoying. Yolanda ate up Michelle with something, as she said. I don't remember what she said. And I don't know why she was trying to humiliate Sarah. And Yolanda said that they were quitting if Eliana doesn't win, which that's a huge ultimatum to give your kid. You put too much pressure on her. And then Sarah did her Scarlet Letter solo. I thought it was good for what it was. Eliana did Castaway. It was good for what it was. Abby clocked in, period. The group dance was Stoneface, and I believe this is the one that Hannah had the lead in, and she did a really good job. Sarah didn't place. Eliana got second. The group got first, and Hannah thanked Abby for the opportunity of having the lead. Now on to episode 12. So Abby says she asked Eliana not to come back. I don't know what the truth of that is. Presley was at the bottom of the pyramid. Hannah was at the top. And the moms and the kids were hating on Gia's ballet technique because this is whenever they did the Angry Birds dance. But Giannina was one of the best dancers on the team. So let's put her up against the other kids and see how she does. Like, them hating on her ballet, like, she had really good technique. I thought they were doing too much. And then Brady and Lily had a duet called My Big Brother. I thought it was mid. It was a lyrical routine. It was very boring to me. And so Giannina and Presley had a duet called Munchausen by Proxy. I thought at 8, they did a really great job. And then this is the one where Abby was basically like, whoever does the best, one of each in the duo will get the jacket. And so it's kind of dumb she just didn't give the winning duo the jackets and then just picked one from each. The group was the Angry Birds Tutu, and I thought the concept of it was stupid. And you can't even really tell Giannina is supposed to be the lead because she had her do like a part or two, but she didn't really structure for Giannina to be the lead in terms of the choreography. And she did fine as the lead. Giannina and Presley got third, Brady and Lily got first, and the group got third. Giannina and Presley got third, Brady and Lily got first, the group got third. Now on to episode 13. So Brady's saying, oh, Liliana and I are the best dancers on this team. We should obviously get jackets. I was kind of shocked at that moment because he seems to be pretty humble, but I was shocked I say that. Presley and Lily ended up getting the jackets. There was no pyramid. And so I believe this is whenever Hannah had a solo this episode. And so all the moms are just being so rude. Why does she keep getting solos if she doesn't win? But Anne clocked it. She was like, Presley hasn't won yet either. So she ate. And then I don't know why Anne would send in her son into Presley's rehearsals, not the time. And so Ashley was worried about Presley's costume. And so I don't know why there was surgery shaming going on. And Abby was mad that they decided to change the costume, and she still let her perform the solo. And I definitely agree there was double standards. And she definitely liked Presley because that's why she let her perform solo. Because let any other kid do that, she would have pulled the solo. Hannah had her Hannibal solo. It was mid. I didn't like the choreography or like the mask that she had to wear. Presley's All or Nothing was mid. Abby left the competition to go visit a friend who was ill, which she told them she might do. Paris got really bad anxiety because she's added to the group and about the group dance. The group was the chosen one. I thought it was mid. Hannah got 10th, Presley got 4th, and the group got 1st. On to episode 14. Like I said, Studio 19 drama is just pointless to me. I think they were doing this because Kathy wasn't back on, so they didn't have the candy apples to argue with. No pyramid yet again. And then I believe it was Sarah who said that I can definitely beat Gia, and her winning over Brady confuses me. Like, why would you say that when you're like one of the bottom dancers on the team? Like, that was a very big thing to say, and Gia is one of the best dancers on the team. So, not too much. And so, yeah, the Studio 19 stuff again. They confronted Michelle. They argued. Giannina had her Crossroads solo, which I thought was really good. Sarah had Shame, which was good. The group dance was The Frug, which I just thought was mid. I really hated the song, honestly. And so that was supposed to be a Bob Fosse tribute. Sarah got 9th, Giannina got 7th, and the group got 1st. Now on to episode 15, so the kids talk about the last competition and the aftermath of that, and Abby saying she got physically assaulted when she barely got touched, please. The moms argued up pyramid, Sarah and Michelle leave again, and changes the pyramid, and I believe it was Hannah that said it, but I agree, why did Presley get a second chance? Because you told them that they had to win to get a solo at nationals, and they both didn't win, and she gets a second chance and Hannah doesn't, when you set Hannah up so badly with that choreography. That's unfair, and she told Hannah at pyramid, I think, that she basically had no opportunity, so I get why she was upset, because that's what she really wanted to do. And then Giannina ate with whatever she said in response to that. Brady had his solo, All Eyes on Me, which was really good. And this is the one where he had the blindfold on. It was see-through because he didn't want to, damage himself and everything. But I really liked that solo. And Presley's solo was called Flower Child. I thought it was good, but it doesn't show what the message of it is supposed to be. Because it's supposed to be about, that movement in the 60s and standing up for women's rights. But it doesn't get that. She just had the costume and just did some basic choreography. I don't get it. And I didn't really care for the music either. The group was Ashes. It was okay. Again, stop the slow-mo producers. Brady got 2nd. Presley got 1st. And I don't know how she got 1st over him. I thought that his solo was way better technically. But, that's just my opinion. And everyone was up in arms about Giannina winning. But there was a way that Giannina winning makes sense because she had the pretty lyrical and it was just a better solo. Presley winning, I don't get it. The group got 1st. Abby announces that Brady, Lily, and Presley will be getting solos at nationals. And Stacey pointed out the contradiction because she said the winners get solos and Brady didn't win. So he gets a solo because he's a favorite, but Hannah didn't even get a chance for another opportunity or the other kids for that matter. So it was unfair. On to episode 16. And so there is a deleted scene, basically. And so this is during Pyramid, and Giannina basically asks, like, why did I not get a solo for nationals? And then Abby was just like, I don't need to explain myself to you, or something like that. And then her mom was like, give her a professional response. And she was like, oh, you're just not good enough. And she's like, but I won. And then she was saying a bunch of stuff about, you know, you changed the choreography, you choked, and like all this other stuff, which is just uncalled for. And then she started crying. And then they go, and then her and her mom talk about it. And she ate whenever she said, I thought she'd come out of jail nicer. Like, that was funny. And like all the references to Abby going to prison and the jokes of that, it will always make me laugh. But yeah, she definitely did deserve a solo at national. She was robbed. I feel like she would have done really good. Michelle comes back to go home, and then Stacy mad that Abby basically said that she wanted Brady to win. And this is the episode where in the deleted scene, Abby admits that I never wanted Chloe to win, but Chloe won all the time. And exactly, for everyone who thinks that she didn't have a vendetta against Chloe, boom, you're proven wrong. They should have put that scene in the episode, but I'm glad that that clip went viral because it's just proving Christy's point, because a lot of people thought that Christy was being over dramatic, but I mean, she admitted she didn't want Chloe to win in that scene, and we could tell it was obviously the choreography and all that stuff. But I digress. And so Abby goes to Baskin Robbins because she was on her phone during one of the Studio 19 routines, and then the owner told her to put her phone away. And then she went to the police, and again, she goes to the police for any minor inconvenience, like her talking about verbally assaulted, she spit, you act like she beat you up in the middle of the theater, please. Presley's solo that she had, I think this was the Annabelle solo, I thought it was just mid. Brady had his I Won't Dance solo musical theater. The choreography was way too easy for him. That solo was not competitive. You want him to win and you give him that choreography? Are you joking? Lily had her Inside Out solo, which was absolutely incredible. It was a really good solo. The group dance was the prom, and it was okay, and it was basically where Giannina and Hannah had the lead, and they were just supposed to be lesbians who wanted to just dance together at the school. I mean, I thought it was good for what it was. It was probably one of the worst national dances if I actually had to rank it, and that's just my opinion. Brady got 9th, not surprised at that choreography. Lily got 4th, Presley didn't even place, and the group got 1st. Now we are on to the reunions. So episode 17, this is just the Moms and Abby reunion, and Joanne ate saying that Giannina beat Brady twice and just proving that point there. And I clocked Abby because she literally left for the solos at the competition, and you go so hard about, oh, nationals and so important, and you don't even go watch the solos to file illegitimate police report, please. Abby and Joanne started arguing. Abby told Anne to be tough. Abby left because they mentioned Studio 19, which is just so overdramatic. And then they talk about the hardest part of the season for them all. And basically, they kind of just say that the show is basically ruining their kids and everything because my kid used to be so confident, and then Abby basically broke them down. So there's that. Now on to episode 18. So this was just the kids' reunion, and so they basically said they were happy to win nationals. Brady talked about what being a favorite was like, and the whole Brady-Abby ship was weird because that's a kid and Abby's a full-grown woman, so that was just weird. And then they talked about how Abby said Giannina's name wrong, and she ate with, Mariah Carey didn't have a promise in my name, period. And then Hannah talks about why she didn't talk, like I said, because she didn't want her words to be twisted. And then they just said things that they would tell Abby, basically, and they talked about Studio 19, and they gave their, like, parting messages on that season, and, like, what if this is our last opportunity to ever be together, and they said they'll all miss it, and it is what it is. Now on to the Unseen Dances episode. So they show Giannina's Big Shot solo, which ate one of the best solos that season, and she beat Brady with that solo. Abby asked who wants to do Savannah's solo after she left, and then they all raised their hands, and then she started talking to Hannah, like, what can you do, like, the tricks and stuff, and then she just got nervous, she left, she talked to her mom, and then they come back another day, and they talk about it, and Hannah raised her hand, and she basically just said, like, I'm sorry for running out the other day and talking to my mom, but can I please do the solo, because I want to show you that, I can place well and all that stuff. And so it was nice to see her stand up for herself in that respect. And one thing that really annoys me about the producers is they want to try so hard to shoehorn story narratives. They really wanted to make it look like Hannah never spoke up for herself. She never talked whenever we have a scene of this, and you didn't put in the episode because it contradicts the whole thing that you've had this entire season. They want to make Giannina look like a brat, but whenever someone's crying and going through it, she's the first one to comfort them, and she has, like, a lot of humble moments on the show. And she's just confident in herself and what she's achieved. Like I said, if I was on Broadway, you can't tell me nothing because I was on Broadway. She worked with Mariah. She worked with Hugh Jackman. Like, she has a right to, be confident in her abilities and stuff like that. And she was still a very hard worker. They wanted Chloe to be the underdog so bad that sometimes when she won, they would edit it out and make it look like she didn't even place. It's just annoying because we want to see the contradictions of the narrative. We want to see Chloe win. We want to see Hannah speak up for herself. We want to have Giannina have a nice moment. We want to see these things. So they just really irritate me with that. And so Hannah's solo was Daydreamer. I thought it was good. She got second place. Brady's PTSD solo was good. He got first in teen. Presley had the Legend of Resurrection Mary. It was okay, got third. The color grading change in the middle of the solo was jarring. Savannah, It's Not My Fault. Great solo, great solo. She got second. Erin started crying about something. Sarah Rapunzel, it was mid, it didn't place. Presley Possessed, it was okay, got third. Hannah Stigmata, it was good, it didn't place. And Presley and Lily Light Into the Darkness, it was good, it got first. In terms of my favorite routines this season for the solos, I definitely have to give it to Giannina Snowflake, and I also really enjoyed her Big Shot solo as well, Savannah Not My Fault and Metamorphosis, Brady PTSD, and also I really enjoyed the Lily Straight Jacket solo that she did, whatever that was called. And then for the duets, I really like the one that Giannina did with Presley, the Munchausen by Proxy, and I also like the Judge Dia duet. Those are my favorites. For the trio, Dancing with the Devil, Giannina, Hannah, and Savannah. For the group routine, like I said, Body and Soul, by far the best group routine this entire season, so that's going to be my pick. In terms of my overall thoughts on the season, I think that this season is absolutely horrible. If you love the show, seasons 1 through 7, or even seasons 1 through 4, the gold era of the show, do not watch this season. It is absolutely horrible. At the beginning, part of me was like, it wasn't that bad, but as it just dragged on and dragged on, it got bad. Like I said, I don't like the kids shading each other in confessionals, and it's really unfortunate that they turned against each other and got sucked into the drama because that didn't happen in the earlier seasons. The moms are absolutely unbearable this season with all the arguing that they do with each other and all the stuff that they have to say about the kids. It's not right. Abby is just annoying as per usual, so I just hate her and just all that stuff. Like I said, I hate that the moms and the girls always have to do confessionals. It's annoying to me. I hate the color grading for this season as well. I just think it looks off. The vibe of it is terrible. And it was just really annoying to me as well about the Studio 19 drama and just all the drama. Like, you're editing all these dances out, so we see the moms arguing, and I don't want to see that happen. And someone pointed it out, but there is no chemistry among the cast. Like, everyone is very much for themselves. They don't really care about other people, and that's why y'all barely ever dance together as a team. That's why the moms dynamic is just horrible. And just all of it, bro. Like, all of it. Like, there's just so much about the season that was pointless, that I feel like wasn't enjoyable to watch. And so that's kind of just my overall thoughts on this season at large. I would not recommend it, and it's probably something I'm not going to watch again. I just wanted to watch it because I'm going to review every single season of the show, as I already mentioned, and so I wanted to give us a fair chance in my review because there was a lot I forgot about the season. I wanted to see who my favorite dancers were going to be. I wanted to see favorite routines and just kind of give everything up. And also this, promo poster, it's horrible, and Gianna has to be in it, I guess, for symmetry. So, there's something there, but yeah, the season, it was just absolutely not it. It was so bad. It was so bad, and I'm glad those kids don't have to go back there again and get tortured by Abby. Quick thoughts on the moms this season. So the best mom was Joanne, and this is Giannina's mom, and she very much gave me Christy energy. I have my moments where I like Christy, I have my moments where I don't. But Christy, she was always going to defend her daughter, and that's on period, and that's exactly what Joanne did. I thought she was entertaining. I thought she made the most sense. So she would be my favorite. And Hannah's mom, like I said, I don't like that she's always speaking for her daughter. I feel like she kind of cried too much, to be frank with you. And she had some other moments that irritated me. I don't agree with her religious beliefs there. And Paris's mom, I agree with her for the most part. She didn't really have a whole big presence on the season, but she ate whenever she was eating Ashley up, talking about, oh, if my daughter is the reason y'all aren't going to win, then like what happened last week, basically. Ashley, hate her. She's such a mean girl. Everything she was saying about the kids, it was absolutely not it. And then also now we're going to go on to Trisha, Brady's mom. She's basically the Melissa of the season. She didn't cause a whole lot of drama and everything. I think she had a few moments where she talked about the kids where that wasn't right and everything. She's not horrible. She's not outstanding. Admit your son has an advantage, and like, let's just be honest with ourselves. Michelle, Sarah's mom, she cried too much. And like I said, with the Studio 19 drama, just tell them all to go to hell. Like, why are you arguing with them? Why are you letting them get the best of you? Why at a certain point you're going to try to hate on your daughter, talking about she's choosing Abby over you? She just wants to dance. Leave the kid alone. Stop making everything so hard on yourself. And it was just really frustrating. Stacy, absolutely hate her as well, and just everything she would be saying about the kid, and she just really went off her rocker this season. Yolanda, like I said, I feel like she's probably the worst mom to ever be on the show as well. And I think that's basically my thoughts on all the moms. Hopefully I did not forget anybody that was like really on the cast and everything like that, because Cameron's mom I think was only on like for one episode. So that's basically my thoughts on the moms. For the kids, basically my favorite dancers this season, Giannina is my favorite. I thought she always looked great on stage, and she was in Broadway, and it really shows because she really knows how to just make her own excellent technique. Brady is obviously fantastic, though a lot of his choreography was beneath him. Lily is incredible, obviously, with what she can do, and then Savannah was also my favorite. I think all of them deserve better choreography at certain points of the season, but Giannina by far and away was my favorite dancer this season. It was kind of unfortunate how Savannah left because I would have liked to see her do more solos, but I'm sure they had a reason for that. Also, I do want to say that Hannah was underrated. Like, they were trying so hard to make Hannah look like a weak dancer, but I mean, she beat Giannina in one of the episodes, so she's no slouch. A lot of times she was set up with the choreography there, so I definitely will say that in regards to her. And so, another thing with all of these kids is in terms of like the personalities and stuff, we all know that there's editing there that happens and stuff like that. Hannah very much got a Chloe edit where she's sweet as pie. She doesn't really say anything bad about the other kids. They gave Giannina the brat edit, but you know, watching the show again, Giannina was real for standing up for her mother and just not letting Abby talk down on her, because let's be serious with ourselves. And so, like I said, there was a parallel with Giannina and Chloe because of Abby trying to take away her win and discredit it like she did with Chloe and stuff like that. My favorite girl on the season personality-wise would probably be Hannah, and my favorite girl overall is probably Giannina. So, like, those are, like, my top two. And so that's my thoughts on Season 8. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? And let's continue that conversation. And if you wanted to see more Dance Moms content, I'll have linked down below my playlist and all the videos I've done. So I reviewed every single season. I gave my favorite solos of all the original girls and Kendall and Kalani on the show as well. My favorite group dances, my favorite duets and trios, and like other stuff. And I'm definitely planning on making some more content, so if you want to see more Dance Mom stuff, then definitely subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Helps me out a lot in YouTube algorithm. I very much appreciate it. You can subscribe to see more videos. If you hit the bell, you get notifications for when I post and not missing brand new videos come out. First link down below in the description is going to be my main channel. I just posted my Michael Jackson History album reaction. Also going to have my Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, TikTok, and Airbuds if you'd like to follow me. Free Palestine. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.